Oh my god, did you have to watch an ad on the walking video? What's up, Conan? Tyler streaming this economy? Man, ain't that the truth? Jump scare, I'm streaming. How are you, Conan? Just make sure I got all the settings ready to go. I should update the build commands, shouldn't I? I usually forget that part. I'm pretty good, man. How's the music volume? I'm doing pretty good. I've just been busy. I've just been busy with work, truthfully. Crack a cold one here. Cold LaCroix. Get us started. Just a little loud. All right, I'll turn it down a bit. Thank you for letting me know. Let's put in like, put it somewhere around there. Perfect. I don't know what kind of music to listen to though. I've been listening to this song a lot lately. All right, I'm gonna go get some stuff set up really quick. All right, we got most of the stuff. Let's see if I remember how to stream. Hopefully YouTube is working okay. I feel like that's what I always forget every time I stop streaming for a while and I come back. I always mess up the YouTube stream, but I think it'll be all right. All right, we have the main build tonight is obviously the Encore. I gotta check out the Encore. Can't remember now if I built the Encore Series 1 or Series 2. I think it might have been the Series 1. And so this is the Series 3. So I might have skipped one. But I'm super excited to check it out. I have already opened it. I've seen it. I took some pictures. So this isn't a initial reaction, I suppose, but it'll be my first time experiencing it built, which will be cool. However, before we build the Encore, and oh, did that song get super loud? Before we build the Encore though, I have like some other random things that I have bought that are keyboard related, and I want to open them before we build the Encore. So this is a hub. This is the DN hub, and I don't have a knife or anything. Cut the tape on it. This, I think, is going to be pretty cool, actually. I've been wanting a... Oh, it's already open. Okay. I've been wanting a more artisan USB hub for a while. And I feel like there's some really cool options out there now with both the Dodgy hub and the DN hub. So I picked this up very recently. Hopefully there's no address in here. What is this? DN hub, I guess. I've never seen a logo like that before, so I don't know. I don't get the joke. If there's one there. Cable. This is the actual hub. Packaging inside the packaging. Ooh. Look at that. Look at how that matches with the Riccio. Ooh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 USB slots, USB-A slots. I don't think I have anywhere near that many USB things to plug in. Maybe 2 or 3. But it's nice to have that many available. The hub had a few options. You could get one that had the full tray like this, or you could get one where half of it was artisan slots and the other half was a tray. I went with just the full tray. I feel like it's kind of cleaner to look at. I really like that I went with the PC, and you can see, my bad. You can kind of see the internals a little bit. I love frosted plastic like that. All right. Sweet. It's kind of all there is to it. The bottom says DN. Very minimal. Another thing I really liked about this hub was it says DN twice on it, but it's on the bottom and it's on the back. So from like a desk aesthetic standpoint, I feel like it's pretty minimal. This is really all I'm going to see. That's cool. I'm just going to set it where it will eventually be, up there. What else? I thought I had one other thing to open. I think my mic's clipping, my bad. Juan, what's up? How are you, Juan? It's been a minute. I was just going to go get... I have one more package I wanted to open, but it's got my address all over it, and I didn't take the time to Sharpie it out. So maybe we'll just open that next time. The other package I was going to open is a... it's a stand that somebody in the chat printed for me, Art printed for me, so that the next time I'm modding an HHKB, I don't have to use books to balance it. It'll hold the HHKB up. That's the other thing I have back there. It's in a package. I'll just open that one next time we work on a HHKB, I think. Let's move on to the Encore, I think. Juan, what's up? How are you, though? You're doing well? Happy Friday? Happy Friday, indeed. Dude, this week felt so long, work-wise, but building a keyboard now, we're good. All right, we'll go through all the pieces. We're gonna use mode stabs today. I think I've used mode stabs a couple times before. Pretty solid. Sneak peek at the keycaps we're gonna use. We have the X-ray keycaps, which are pretty sick. What's up, Pablo? How's it going? How have you been? How's your week? How's your summer? I feel like I have to ask about a longer period of time now since I haven't streamed in a while. Yes, we're gonna use the X-ray caps though. Pretty sweet. What's the difference between 2 and 3? I'll be honest, Pablo, I'm pretty sure the one that I built in the past was the Series 1. I don't think I built the Series 2. I think I only built the Series 1 and now I'm building the Series 3. I can't remember what was different about the Series 2. I know the Series 1 had the wood accent. This one uses polycarbonate instead of wood. And the copper weight is a little bit different, if my mind serves me correctly. I'll show you this one. I'm super stoked about the way that this one looks, and I think you're gonna like it. So let's get to it. I'm gonna move the Rikia out of the way a little bit. Show you the box. Obviously, the box that I was sent is kind of in it's kind of in rough shape. I'm not the first person to build this board, so cousin, what's up? Thank you for the sub. It's huge. 12 months. It's insane. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. We are just getting started looking at the board. Yeah, so like the board is in rough shape. Not the board, sorry. The box is in rough shape. Just the packaging is in rough shape because I'm not the first one to receive this. But Mod Musings always does fantastic packaging. He puts a lot of time into it. I can still tell how nice this probably was brand new. It just is, it took a beating somehow before it got to me. So don't completely judge the quality of the packaging off of this. What's up, Ryan? How's your week, dude? The cord is all twisty. All right, nice box. You can hardly tell, but this says Encore. The lighting maybe makes it a little hard. Trust me, it says Encore. A nice authenticity card. Ooh, number 2 of 75? There's not only 75 of these boards, right? Probably 75 of this configuration. PC white brushed copper. 75? Probably. I really like this, what do you call these? Is this embossing? What do you call that type of stamp thing? Yeah, this, all of this packaging is like very used somehow. I believe it is a hot swap PCB. Yep. Got all our little parts in here, daughter board, screws. what do you call these? Lattice blocks. Force brake pads. Oh, nice. Yeah, Mode usually sends out these in the kits too. I assume this will be in the Encore kit, but a screwdriver and a switch puller and keycap puller. Juan, what you got for us tonight? Hectic and boring, but that's about it. How about you, dude? Man, I'm hanging in there. Work is stressful, but we're good. We're almost there. I'm gonna put the screwdriver and the keycap puller back because I have my own. Motif. Thank you for answering some questions. Take a look at the PCB here. There we have it. No PCB. Let's find a playlist. Ooh, how about this? How about we do this? All right. I think we only have one plate option that was sent to me. Carbon S plate CF. I believe it is carbon fiber. Oh, it's kind of an interesting carbon fiber though. I don't know if I've ever seen a carbon fiber plate that looks like this. Very light, as expected. Yeah, that is carbon fiber though. Sweet. Carbon fiber plate. What made the week, what made it boring, Ryan? Oh, Juan, let me get your song queued up too. Oh, okay, a little Brent, I see you. Coming up next. I think it might be upside down. Yeah, it is. Ooh. Man. I feel like sorry, I gotta move some things around. Getting a little OCD about everything that's on my desk right now. Here we go. I think the polycarbonate fits this board better than the wood did. And I really liked the wood. When I built the wood one, it was like a nice, I think it was oak. And it matched my desktop at the time absolutely perfectly. But the polycarbonate's going to go with anything. It's going to go with whatever type of wood you're using on your desk. If you have a different material desk that isn't wood. Like this just looks so clean with the polycarbonate. And then an absolutely glistening booty on this guy. It is a brushed copper. There's some fingerprints on it, but hopefully you can see the brush on there too. So it's got the lines going across. You like the PC over the wood as well? I feel like it just fits it a little better. It's a little bit cleaner, a little more industrial versus natural. I always really liked on these Encore boards too, the this cut right here. If it didn't have this cut and it was just a solid piece on the bottom, I think it would lose a lot of the elegance and like premium feel to it. It would just kind of look like a, right? It just looked like a solid block of copper down there. This really, I think, really enhances the board. I think it looks really, really good. That's not the song I sent. Oh, I said play next. It's this one. There we go. Also on this board, the very, very subtle branding, just the Mod Musings logo right down on the bottom. Oof. Oof. Perfect amount of branding. About as minimal of branding as you could possibly get. There's the top. You can see all 3 layers, polycarbonate, aluminum, and copper down below. Really clean, really minimal. Basically exactly what I would expect of a Mod Musings project, right? Oof, I'm very excited to hear how it sounds. Let's do some stabs. I'm gonna open this PCB though first. The patina on this is gonna look so good. I wonder how long it would take to get like a natural patina on a board like this. I feel like it would take a really, really long time. If you treat your keyboard anything like I treat my keyboards, like it's mostly just sitting like this on my desk. Can a keyboard really patina that way? Maybe really, really slowly patina. Just gonna kind of set this right. Set it right there. Juan, would you ever get one of the would you ever send a board to Wally and get it patinaed, like flame patinaed or anything like that? What's up, Chris? How are you? How was your week? How's your summer been? Man, I feel like this summer was probably the fastest summer of my life. Faster than any summer I had as a kid. It just felt like such a fast summer. I don't think I would. I like natural patina a lot more, like fingerprints. I feel you, I feel you. Yeah, I go back and forth. I feel like Wally's work is really, really good. But there is also something to a natural look, a natural patina. We got a space bar. We'll go full backspace, which, well, let's look at our PCB. It's the only option. We got full backspace, Enter. Looks like you... Yep, have to split shift. Arrow keys. You got two options on the bottom row. You can go 625 or 7. Full left shift. And you can do stepped or regular caps lock on this PCB. Chillin', man, making some dinner. Summer in New York is always a vibe, so it's been good. Did I know you were in New York? Where in New York? I haven't been to New York in a while. I need to go back to New York. Brooklyn is one of my favorite places I've ever visited. All right, what did I say? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 stabs. Perfect. The mode stabs, they feel very well made. Like the housing and the little stem here. It's like it's a higher level of quality than a lot of other stabs. That's not me hyping up mode, I promise. You live in Brooklyn? Man, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Brooklyn is so cool. You know what I'm jealous of about New York? If it's nighttime and you get hungry, you can still go buy food. If it's nighttime around here and I get hungry, I got one option for where I can go eat. No bueno. Long Island here. The Night V4 stabs are extremely good. I have not tried Night V4. Do they have clip-ins yet or no? Do we have night clip-ins? I don't know what I'm doing. No, but allegedly clip-ins coming soon. I feel like the clip-ins have been coming soon for too long now at this point. The clip-ins have been coming for a minute. Man, if anyone has a remedy for like cuts inside your mouth, which I know sounds weird. I have like I don't know if I bit my cheek while I was sleeping or something, but I have the most painful cut / wound right on my inner lip. It hurts so bad. and I don't know how to heal it. It's probably like top 10 worst pains. That I've had, especially when I'm eating. I tried to eat some pineapple this morning, which was a terrible mistake. And I almost started crying. I did cry. I'll admit it. I cried. Did I miss lubing stabs? Maybe. You could try a canker sore cover that dissolves in your mouth. What is a canker sore cover? That might be what I have. I might have a canker sore. It dissolves in my mouth. Does it like numb the area or something? I gotta see what you got here. Hopefully you sent me an affiliate link so you get some kickback. Canker cover. Medicated oral pain reliever. Okay. Helps heal. Oh, that's what I need. As fast as 1 day. All right, I'm ordering it right now. I only need 1 though. 6 count. Pack of 1, please. Oh, it doesn't get here until next Friday though. I hope I'm healed by next Friday. What's up, Frank? How are you? Anyone else excited about GMK Windbreaker? Ooh. Did I know about GMK Windbreaker? I'm excited for it now. CVS or any drugstore should have them. All right. I'm going tomorrow morning if this thing still hurts. It's so painful. Maybe I should pay for YouTube Premium again. Haven't actually been looking into a keyboard for a while, but this one has piqued my interest. This is a cool one. This is definitely a cool one. Design-wise. We'll see how it sounds. We're gonna use some poppy switches. We're gonna use BCPs tonight. Because I'm feeling a little froggy like that. I don't think it's been officially announced yet, but Manu posted about it in his Discord. Sick. Yeah, I'm definitely interested. Want to buy GMK Windbreaker. Hello there, Warfinger. I know this may sound odd, but I had a doctor tell me once to rinse with warm salt water several times a day I tried it after I couldn't stand it anymore, and it did help somewhat immediately, but it helps to speed out the healing process. Ooh. Which is officially put up on Prototypist. That's coming soon. Warfinger, I tried saltwater one time, but maybe I have to do it more. I only did it once, and it didn't like immediately help, but maybe that's not the point. It sounds like. I'll keep doing it. I appreciate the help. I didn't dig the wood accents of the previous series. Gonna be a loud ass build. You think so, Ryan? Real BCPs or fake BCPs, Frank? Pre-made BCPs. Shake my head. I just got the KLH ones too. Dude, they're good. I like the Sarokeys BCPs. And actually, I've tried the I'm talking about like the Sarokeys Geon ones. I've tried both the stock lubed ones, and I've tried the hand lubed ones as well. I actually like the stock lubed ones better than the hand lubed ones. I think the hand lubed ones were a little over lubed. I think I like the polycarbonate better too, Frank, by the way. The wood was really cool though. The wood was unique. I don't think anyone else really at the time was doing that much wood on a keyboard. And I do think it was cool, but I like polycarbonate better. Also, have you gotten to try the Vince on Alu build on the Unicorn? Probably my favorite build. I want to try the Browns. I did the PCB, Ryan, but I haven't done the type test yet. So I'm looking forward to it. Probably your favorite build. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Ryan is letting me make a typing test video of his Unicorn for context on that. Nothing that wasn't a novelty tray mount board. Yeah, I guess, I mean, wood keyboards have been around for a while, right? But I guess like, I never know how to distinguish without sounding extremely pretentious. I usually say like a luxury mechanical keyboard. There were no luxury mechanical keyboards using wood. Someone is going to have an issue no matter what wording you use. Yeah, it's true. You can't appease everyone. I try my best, though. Try my best. What price point? Actually, do you think it is price point that makes a keyboard a luxury mechanical keyboard? And if so, what price does a keyboard become a luxury mechanical keyboard? $200? Are the Neo boards luxury mechanical keyboards? Are mode keyboards luxury mechanical keyboards? Things like QK and whatnot are luxury. Yeah, see, I agree. I feel like a Neo keyboard is a luxury keyboard. You should say the stream is going to be fast and smooth sailing to jinx yourself. Ryan, I will never make that mistake again. Even though it is a hot swap build. And should be easy steps. But I might have just already screwed it. I think luxury starts at $100, to be honest. Is it the price of the keyboard or is it the materials of the keyboard? I forget exactly the best way to tune the mode steps, so we're just going to do a very light rubbing of 205. We were just brainwashed. Hard to say because HHKB luxury, even though they are still plastic. Good point. Is an HHKB in stock form a luxury keyboard? These are the questions. I think it depends on the terms you're speaking on and the relativity of where the person is at in the hobby. I think you're probably right? I guess that pushes me towards price being the factor of luxury. I'm trying to think of like other hobbies or areas that have similar criteria. What about like cars? What makes a luxury car a luxury car? Is it just price? Yeah, or watches. Watches is a good example too. What makes a Rolex and a Swatch a Swatch? But then you have brands like Seiko. And it's like, is Seiko luxury? I did not eat any dinner, so we'll see how this goes. Hello, Matthew. What's up, man? Dude, I am really looking forward to hearing how this board sounds. Let me ask, I'm curious your thoughts. How do you feel about the polycarbonate on this board versus the wood on old boards? Do you feel like the polycarbonate is it a natural evolution to the wood that was on the previous series, or is it just another option? Speaking of luxury, I feel like the polycarbonate might make the board look a little more expensive, a little more premium than the wood. I like both. Encore has always been about mixed materials and finishes, so this is another exploration of that. I like that. What's next? Can we do a concrete? Do a concrete accent? That'd be pretty cool. Do you feel like it changes the sound signature, Matthew? Concrete would be sick, stone would be cool, but probably too brittle. I'm picturing like, do you guys remember Concrete Cat? I showed off Concrete Cat a while ago. Oops. Put this in backwards. Concrete is cool, a little brittle. PC bottom and steel bottom changes the sound for sure. Collab with Concrete Cat. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Might have to hit him up. Just going very light on the lube. Because I can't remember how these stabs behave. Can always put more lube in though. Harder to take it out. Do you feel like the accent though? Like everything else the same. Do you feel like the accent up top being polycarbonate versus wood makes any difference to the sound? Or purely just looks? Can't tell. What's the price point on these? It's stainless copper and PC or acrylic bottom. Matthew, I don't think you sent me pricing information, right? Is it too early for pricing, or is that out there? Maybe I'm missing it in the messages here. Find up-to-date information here. Oh, pricing. It's on mod site. Okay, that makes sense. I checked the mode site for previous, but assume it's different. Mod musings. We can, if you want to know the pricing now, Frank, check out that site. Otherwise, we'll take a look at the pricing after we build the board. Sometimes I look at it before, sometimes I look at it after we build. Oh, gotta take the screws out. How am I doing? Man, I've been busy, but I'm doing good. I still like the job that I took this year. But it has been a lot, man. It's been stressful. But again, like stressful in a way that I like enjoy it kind of. It's weird. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to kind of liking my job. This is all very new for me. Can you direct me further? Frank, it looks like it's right here. I'll send it to you. Try this link. I think that'll show you. How have you been, Matthew? What are you up to? I assume this has been taking a lot of your time, but are you already on to the next one? Are you kind of able to chill? Max, hey Tyler, just wondering what keycaps are on the PC board above. Can you try put them on the PC Encore later? Yeah, we could switch over. These keycaps are, it's GMK Heine Beige. Probably probably top 2 my favorite keycap sets ever. I'm a big beige keycap guy, Max. This bit is like a little too small, but this one's gonna be too big. It's all right. Thanks, just looked it up. Do you know if there's any difference between GMK Honey Beige and GMK Classic Beige? There is. I can't remember what exactly it is. Someone in chat will have to help. I think the beige colors are the same. You're just gonna get different like novelty caps, but I could be wrong. One of the beiges may be different. So busy with so many projects. Oh, I bet, man. Hopefully you've still been able to enjoy the summer a little bit here and there though too. Yo, what's up, Tyler? It's been a while. It's me, Josh. What's up, Josh? How have you been? How's summer been? I was saying earlier, this has been like the fastest summer of my life. Yeah, sorry, Max. That was kind of a non-answer. I can't remember off the top of my head the difference. Or if there is one, truthfully. Pretty good. What have you been doing? Anything fun? Can we see more of the copper bottom? How did it compare to the copper bottom of the series one you had earlier? Absolutely, we can. Let me just finish putting these stabs in and then we can look at the board again. Song is a banger? Absolutely. I'm soon to build my endgame keyboard. Still deciding though. Okay, okay. You're just gonna you're gonna go for it all at once here? What's on the table right now? Where has your research led you? Man, I'm struggling. Screw and stabs. Require some dexterity. Pretty sure I asked y'all in the Discord. Oh. Did you make a decision? I can't remember. Do you only have the copper bottom? Correct, Frank. I only have the copper bottom. Brushed copper. Okay, I'm also trying to remember back to the other Encore that I built, the Series 1. I know it was also copper, but I don't think the weight was brushed. I think it was a, what do you call that? A different finish on the copper weight. Finally got my dream keycaps for it. PBT fans Deep Sea Predator. Took a while to find it on eBay. PBT fans Deep Sea Predator. I can't picture that one. Might have to send a picture, Josh. Guys, this is random, but if there's anyone out there that can relate, I'll be happy. I don't really like Dawn to Dawn Season 2. First time we have brushed bottoms. Okay. So I wasn't making it up in my head. I really like the brushed copper bottom on this version. And I'll show it off in a second. Oh my gosh, why am I struggling with these screws so much? Let me lock in for a second. I relate so much, plus the opening doesn't hit like season 1's opening. No, Juan, I swear that's like 50% of it. Is like, that opening was so fun. I'm kind of surprised they changed it. I know anime usually changes the opening season to season. But the response to that opening was like so positive. I'm surprised they switched it. Yeah, I miss the old theme so much. I was watching that first. No, I was watching episode 2 the other night. And it was just like, I don't know, you've seen it. It was kind of like too sad for me and gory. I don't know. It was just different. It was different and I wasn't ready for it. Gigi is cool, but I feel like they focused on him too much. There's a lot of focus on Gigi. Josh, I'm looking at your caps. Okay, like a nice navy. Nice navy with the hiragana. Sub-legends. I see you. All right. Oh yeah, let's we can look at the board again here. First of all, like even just in this form with no keycaps on it, this keyboard looks so good already. Here's the side. If it wants to focus, might not want to. Hello? Look at my calluses. There we go. Nice side profile. And there's the weight. Yeah, the brush. I think the brushed, especially with the theme of Series 3 being more industrial with the polycarbonate, I think the brushed look just was a great idea. Brushed looks so good. I think it'll patina nice. Something about brush too, like when you do get little scratches, like, so I'm not the first one to build this board. It's seen a little bit of use. There's like a little scratch down there on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. But with the brushed copper, it just feels more okay if I get some scratches on a board. I can't tell you why exactly that is. It just feels more okay. Does the bottom have a coating? Brushed looks are a pleasing satin look. It's not too contrasting like PVD mirrored look. Just my preference though. I really like brushed. I think it fits the board really well. Like I said, with the more industrial polycarbonate top instead of wood, I think it's well thought through. That's what I'll say. Didn't you say you hate PVD? I don't like PVD. Like a mirror, a PVD stainless steel mirror on the bottom of the keyboard is not my jam. But I know some people like it. And I'm glad they have that option. All right, here's our switches. Like I said, Sarokeys BCPs. We're gonna try to make this thing pop. Tyler, you know any good 75% keyboards under $300? I've been deciding on Zoom 75, Neo 75, and TKD Part 1. But I don't like the back looks of the CU, but it's the best sounding one. And has the color I want, navy. I really love PVD and brass, but the badge just ruins it for me. Josh, it sounds like you are in the decision paralysis that I often find myself in with damn near anything that I buy. Like, there's going to be trade-offs with anything. I think at this point, I'm convinced, like, no matter what product I'm buying, nothing is going to be exactly what I want. And I'm going to go get my plate fork. And then I'll finish that thought. That's not going in. Or maybe I won't get my plate fork. I have no idea where it is. I don't hate PVD per se. I can wipe thumbprints as necessary, but I get why people don't like it. I think I remember these BCPs now being a very snug fit in plates. Didn't you decide on the TKD 75 P1? I'm sure he did, Ryan, but if he's anything like me, right after you finally make a decision on something, that's when you decide you actually don't want it. At least that's how my brain works. Can you leave the board flipped over? Can't decide between the copper or stainless steel. Yeah. Here, think about it while you look at this. Hi, Matthew. Do you have any other updates you can share regarding any other upcoming projects at Mode, or any idea when any news will be announced? Should be sharing a lot before the end of the year. Sweet. I just like the PVD on the HK, but blue only came with PVD frame. That's what I'm saying though, Ryan. Like, I feel like all products are gonna have, very rarely are you gonna buy something, it's gonna be like exactly checks every single box, especially when there's competition. You're doing things like buying a keyboard, buying a car, a coffee grinder, anything like that. It's like there's gonna be trade-offs. You gotta just pick the thing that has the most pros and the least cons for you, what you want. At Tyler, do you prefer the brushed copper or the copper from Series 1? Rocket, I think the brushed copper looks really nice with the polycarbonate. It has like the brushed look is more industrial, I think, and kind of raw looking. And I think that pairs well with the polycarbonate. I think if the brushed copper was with the wood accent, it would look a little too raw maybe on both sides. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like I like the fact that it's very clean up top with the polycarbonate, and the brushed makes it look industrial and kind of raw on the bottom. Also, do you usually screw in the plate to the PCB? I don't, but you can. What sounds better overall, in your opinion? I'm very confused on putting looks over sound. Whatever you get, there will always be something else you like. At least that's how it goes in the hobbies that I frequent. I buy a coffee grinder, and the next week that same company releases an upgraded version of the same coffee grinder. I think at some point you just gotta buy something and just enjoy what you have. I do that a lot with camera gear. Like I have plenty of cameras at this point, and I'm still like looking at the new Ricoh camera because I think it would be cool to have a pocketable camera. But I also could just like carry around the cameras that I already have. I could figure out how to use them better. $658,000 from Play a Scary Game. You're almost there, Josh. Any day now, I'm sure. Until I make an absolutely enticing reward at 500,000. I agree brushed copper with wood would look a bit funny, but how about polycarbonate with a non-brushed copper bottom? I think that would look better than wood with brushed. But I think this is my favorite combination so far, the polycarbonate and the brushed copper. That's my favorite, but you got to decide what you like the best, I think you'll be happy with whatever you do. On another note, are there any silent switches you would recommend? I'm starting to drive the people I work with insane. I haven't experimented much with silent switches. What I do, Warfinger, when I go into the office is I bring my HHKB. And my HHKB is my office board. And I think Topra is the perfect loudness for the office, especially if you lube it. But even if you don't, I think stock Topra is fine in the office. So I don't have a lot of experience with silent switches, unfortunately. So true. I can't decide. I'm so annoyed that there isn't something like the MKC75 but improved. What does the brushed copper side profile look like? It's going to be hard with the light. You can kind of see the brushes there. So A little bit of brushing going on. I think it looks good. I feel like the standard Dells are so much louder than most mechanical keeps. The staffs and keys those are so radly. I can't stand the sound of them anymore. I know that sounds incredibly pretentious, but I want to donate to everybody that sits next to me in the office a Toper board. Just for my ears. Not even out of kindness. It's selfishness. I just don't want to have to listen to Dell keyboards. I just picked up an Agar with the Toper switches, which will be my first Toper board. So looking forward to getting it. Nice. EC is so fun. Especially like your first EC. I think the first time I was modding an HHKB, I was so intimidated and scared because you see all those screws and you see all the domes. But they are so much fun. I love Topro. Yeah, these switches tight fit in this plate. The Agar is a great board too. I really like how easy the build goes in and out of the case. I'm trying to convince my friends to play Peak with me. I know I'm pretty late to playing Peak, but I still want to play. It looks fun. How do you guys convince your friends to buy a new game? I feel like that's always the hardest part, is like convincing everyone to buy a game. That said, Peak is $8, right? So it's like a little bit easier to convince people on, but I don't. The last time we played a game together, it lasted a week. I feel like a week is pretty good. The only thing I can convince my friends to play nowadays, well, I don't even have to convince them. We just play it. We play Rocket League and we play Fortnite. It's all we do. It's all we know. Oh, yeah. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Bio break. Get some snacks. Same with my boys, COD, and when we get tired of that, Fall Guys. Oh, that's a nice rotation though too. COD into Fall Guys that's nice. All right, do I remember how to use the lettuce blocks? I don't think I do. I might have to look at the build guide. If they are still available, you should check out the mode Sonnet. It is right at the $300 mark, but it is a nice board. I would say this over the Neo or the TKD. I haven't tried the Neo or the TKD, but my girlfriend has a Sonnet that we built a while ago, and she still really, really likes it. But I also don't know the current status of Sonnet stock. Oh, I thought they were magnetic. Yeah, they are. Magnetic screws are key. I wish everyone used magnetic screws. So if you were going to take the polycarbonate accent off, you've got 2, 4, 6 screws here on the top of the case that you would unscrew, and then you can take off the polycarbonate accent. Just gonna leave it on though. I will start with the daughter board, which I do hopefully remember how to do. Making some dinner tonight for the fam. Got some smoked salmon, bread with olive oil and balsamic vinegar dip right now, and it's so gas. Oh, that sounds incredible, Ryan. Can I come over? I did not eat dinner. Man, what I've been doing lately? Oh, I don't know if I've given this update. I am slowly transitioning out of full vegetarian. It kind of started with me, and for the most part, I am still not eating meat at home. But every once in a while, I've started buying like some chicken thighs or some chicken breast that I eat at home. What I have been doing is, dang, which screw do we need here? With this one? Does anyone know what Nando's is? If I say Nando's, do you know what I'm talking about? In the context of chicken? We would need some Chicago people. Chicago people would know what I'm talking about. Wait, Bull, you're in Chicago, right? What's up, Bull? Thanks for the raid, by the way. Bull, aren't you in Chicago? I was talking about Nando's. A cheeky Nando's, isn't it? I know the name, that's it. Hammond Madison. Oh, you're in Wisconsin. Do you know what Nando's is? Bull is a cheesehead? I didn't know that about Bull. How do I feel about that, actually? Did I know that about you? Nando's is good chicken. What I've been doing, I think I've pretty closely replicated the Nando's formula as far as spice at home. And it's been pretty good. What's up though, Bull? How was your stream? Welcome in, y'all. What were you doing? Were we doing manta things or something else tonight? It was good. Unboxed some new stuff and put together a Pangea full size. Oh, the Pangea. I love the Pangea. What was the new stuff? A brand new project? Something unannounced? Gotta go meet my wife. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the stream. Sounds good, Warfinger. Thanks for hanging out. Some in-stock stuff, desk mats, Cappy 60. Nice, man. I hope you've been good. How was your summer? Since summer is over already, I guess. It's a very quick summer. Alright, I just got to remind myself how we do the lettuce blocks. Because I don't really remember how we do the lettuce. Oh, force brake pads. Did I know that? I knew that. It's been good. Moved down to Madison at the end of August, so that's been busy but fun. Oh wait, I did know that. Or at least I knew you were moving. I don't know if I knew where, but I definitely knew you were moving because of the furniture. How's the woodworking coming along? I think it is quite respectable and cool that Matthew and Mode both recognize that this board benefits from a force brake, and they include what you need in order to force brake within the kit. I think that's cool and self-aware. Tyler, you pick up a Kaze Mini? I did not. However, that board is sick. It is one of my favorite looking keyboards in a long time. I have no idea how it sounds though. If somebody has a Kaze Mini that they want me to build, I would love to check it out. Ryan does a really good job with the design language on those boards. Hot take, Kaze Mini is boring. Frank, why do you say that? What bores you? What's got you sleepy on it? All right, our pads are in. Man, I had to stop since we moved down here. Luckily, I got the TV stand done before we moved. Nice, man. I got to see some pictures of it with the TV on there. Looks like a pretty plain 60 in my opinion. Nothing that really stands out. I like the bottom. I think the bottom is cool. I didn't go for Kaze because of the Kaze Mini on the back. Kind of ruined the visual for me. I gotta look it up now. I don't remember. Nah, I think you guys are wrong. I think this is a cool bottom. I think it's cool. I like the carbon fiber. And I think the logo is cool. Okay, I kind of see what you're saying with the Kaze Mini right here. I think it looks best in black because you can't really see the Kaze Mini. I think that's my favorite look on it. I think the black one just straight up is probably my favorite because it's the only one that has the blacked out Kaze Mini. This is a cool color though too. Nah, this is cool. This is sweet. Red, eh. I like the sand one. It's pretty sweet. Hey yo, a Tyler stream? Hey yo, an area codes in the chat? What's up, homie? How are you? How you been? I think it would be prettier if it was just the weight centered. Just a cleaner visual. You might be right. You might be right. But again, this is like what we were talking about earlier. Everything's got some trade-offs. Anything you buy. All right. What was I doing? I'm trying to remind myself how to use the lettuce blocks. Slide your preferred mounting block into the plate stabs. 5 total. The lettuce side should be facing the bottom of the PCB. Note that each type of lettuce block comes with 3 rectangular blocks for the top, 2 for the bottom. All right, so we got green ones and we got black ones. One is going to be stiffer than the other. Probably. And the black ones are much stiffer. Dang, there's so many green ones. There's also ISO top mount, which I like with soft plates. Oh, should we do that mount instead? Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember ISO top mount. I think that's what we did on the previous Encore. And I did like that one. Let's do ISO top. I think I'm feeling ISO top. Unless there's any strong objections to it. You've been chilling area codes. That's good, man. I've been trying to chill too. Just a lot of working and a lot of chilling after working. Oh, this is the bottom one. It's nice with PP plate. What about carbon fiber plate? Do you think it'll be good with carbon fiber? Maybe soft lattice or carbon fiber? Oh. So I think that's green. I think that's these ones. No. Yeah. These? Why can't I tell these greens apart? Oh, okay. I see. Some of the lettuces have more holy material than the other ones. So I'm guessing these are going to be the softest, right? This is softer than black? For sure. Let's try to sort these. Typically, I like oh no. This lettuce might be a little fudged up. I think we got to go with something other than the soft lettuce because this lettuce isn't doing very well. I don't know if you can tell, but it's all like mushed down. I want to make sure it's got a fair chance. What are the black ones? Can we just do the black ones? You hear about the Clippers Kawhi drama? Yeah. Yeah, I did, dude. What's your take? Do they glow in the dark? They look like they could glow in the dark. Yeah, I think that's got damage in transit. All right, let's do the... I like a stiffer typing experience anyways. What's the difference between the black ones and these ones? Black ones are stiffer for sure. You know what? I'm gonna do ISO top now. Let's try ISO top. Matthew says do black. Never mind. I'm gonna do black. I'm gonna do what Matthew says. No more indecision. Final answer. Don't know any of the major details, but sounds very sus. Sounds very sus. Sliding Kawhi some good money. Yeah, I feel like it's getting pretty incriminating, no? Okay. All right, so the holy side goes down. I do wonder though, area codes, like there's no way Kawhi is the only person. You know what I mean? There's no way Kawhi is the only person, and there's no way the Clippers are the only organization doing that. Next step would be to install the case foam. We're not doing case foam. Here, let me show you what we're looking at. I like to review the build guides as well when we do these. Skipping the case foam. And then we align the top and the bottom case. So we set it in the bottom first. Definitely not just him, but he's their golden goose, I guess. He is the scapegoat. I gotta be careful I don't have my auto tune on tonight. Oh yeah, I think the black lettuces are gonna be perfect. Personally. All right, and then all we gotta do is close it up. Get some nice fingerprints on the bottom. Auto-tune sound test would go crazy. I don't think anything would happen. Hold on. It's gonna be interesting to see what Silver does about it. He's gonna have to do something, right? Just to like look like he's cracking down on it. But there's no way he doesn't know about this stuff. I'm sure this goes on all over the league, and he knows it does. This one just got leaked. Maybe not. I could be wrong, but that's my conspiracy. There we go. So close. All right. PBT fans, X-ray. the only keycap choice that makes sense here. I'm excited to see these keycaps too. These things are glowing. Oh my goodness. Look at that. They look radioactive. Wow. This is actually crazy. Whoa. Look at these. And ignore my hangnails. I feel like the light. God, these are so cool. Just put that set on my envoy. What's up, Key Poppy? Sorry, I forget to check YouTube. That's my bad. These would look great on that other PC board you have on the desk too. Oh, I wonder what these would look like on the Rikia. Just full transparent keyboard. I'm gonna have to try that. Actually, look at this. Hold on. We got transparent keycaps, transparent accent, another transparent keyboard. And at the beginning of the stream, I unboxed my PC transparent USB hub. Do I have anything else transparent? I think that's all the transparency I have, but it's a lot of transparency going on. Let's see what we got. Carbon fiber is typically not my first plate choice. But you gotta be open to trying new configurations. That's how you develop preferences. I think the copper throws off the look. I'm thinking either PC bottom or stainless steel. I think the copper throws off the look. Throws off what look? Wait, I kind of like the... Oh, how am I doing? There we go. I actually kind of like the alt modifier. I might do that on the enter key. That on the escape. The Matthew and Cena look. All right, I always get so confused when we're doing symbols like this. I don't even know. I have to look up a picture of PBT fans X-ray. On a 65% board. Hey, Secret Myth, thanks for the sub. What's up? How are you? Long time no chat. We could just do this. How about that? Let's do that. You can't even tell on the stream what I chose there, so I think we're good. Oh. Kupo. Hey Tyler, do you have a zeal for keyboards? I do, Kupo. I still love keyboards. How have you been? What have you been up to? Yeah. I feel like that looks good. It's really hard to see on the camera. I can turn down the exposure a little bit. Does PBT fans have the best packaging for keycaps? Is anyone doing it better than PBT fans? Oh, look at how good this looks with the Lindy cable too. What the heck? So nice. Just wanted to ask, just been here, nothing much. GMK is for sure the tastiest packaging. I am part bug. My Lindy has a green tint to it near the end. Oh, how much I wish GMK had better trays. Feels strong, man. That's how it goes. Trade-offs, right? Holy crap. All right, let me see if you can see this any better. Not really. Not really. They're just kind of hard to see in the light. Look at how clean that is, though. Oh my goodness. And then you flip it over, and you got some nice brushed copper on the bottom. I want to type on this thing. Hopefully it didn't need to be flashed or anything. No, sir. Ooh. Did you guys hear that little sneak peek? It sounded pretty good. Alrighty. Mode Encore Series 3. Carbon fiber plate. We got Sarokeys BCP switches and mode stabilizers. The mount is lattice mount. And we use I don't know the exact specifications of the lattice blocks we use, but we use the black ones. So whatever that equates to. Here we go. Sorry, I haven't typed on camera in a while. Jitters. What do we think? Sounds good, but also like PBT fans, sounds nice. I think it sounds way fuller than I thought it would sound with a carbon fiber plate. Can we mayhaps hear some GMK? I think we could probably make that work. PBT is the best. So these are, I believe the X-ray caps and all of like the PBT fans caps that are see-through like this are ABS plastic. Made by PBT fans, but I think it's ABS plastic. I think it sounds really good. I think the spacebar, carbon fiber and space bars aren't my favorite pairing. That said, I think the alphas sound really, really good with carbon fiber. And even with the black, harder lattice mounts, it's so hard to show on camera, but there's a good amount of bounce here towards the bottom of the board. There's less bounce at the top of the keyboard and more bounce down here at the bottom. It sounds really, actually this spacebar is not bad at all. I might have to take back what I just said about carbon fiber and spacebars because I actually really like that pair. What's up, Plastic? How's it going? Got here right at the end. Okay, yeah, I completely take that back. I really like this spacebar. I think it sounds really good. College will do that. Imagine if this was win keyless, like a 60%. I think that it sounds pretty nice. I think it sounds pretty nice too. I think it looks nice. It sounds pretty darn solid. I'm actually glad that I got sent the carbon fiber plate, because I don't think I typically would have tried a carbon fiber plate. And I think this sounds really, really nice with the carbon fiber. You want to try GMK quick? Let's see, it's about 10 o'clock. We can try GMK really quick. Let me get a GMK set. Let's try minimal. I think these X-ray caps are nice though. Hopefully not every switch comes out. Oops. Can we see what GMK Heine Beige looks like on the board too, please? Okay, we'll do GMK Heine Beige instead of minimal then. Just gonna do one. Oh shit. Do you have Modern Materials concrete? I do not. I do not have any of the Modern Materials sets. I don't think it was you either, but there is certain demand for it, and I think it looks nice on a 65 like the Bauer. Did you see the 4 keycap remover? Hopefully they make a 4 switch remover. I did not see the 4 keycap remover. You talking about removing 4 keycaps at once? You're telling me I could be 4 times as efficient taking off my keycaps? Dang, we're losing all the switches in the bottom row. It's on Amazon. The P11 keycap remover. You're telling me while I was gone, they made keycap removers 4 times as efficient? I don't know if GMK is going to sound that much different. My hypothesis is that GMK is going to sound pretty similar. TX also has a tool like that. It's available in Whiplash. All right, I got to take my Honey Beige off of this board. I haven't cleaned this one in a minute. Don't judge me if you see some cat hairs on this plate. Might be a little gross under there. Does a PC top have threaded inserts? We can take a peek. It looks like no. But I think I'd have to take it off to know for sure. The top though is only this little accent. So the PC part is only an accent on the top. You shouldn't have to be unscrewing that very often, I don't think, unless you buy multiple accents. So there's a risk of cracking if you tighten the screws too much. There is inserts. Maybe I just can't see them through the I can't see them through the frosted PC. What is the above keyboard? Racket, this keyboard is called the Rikia. From Caffeinated Studio. Anything has a risk of cracking if you tighten it too much. And where did you get the keycap holder from? This is from Wheat Keys. I actually won this keycap holder in an Instagram giveaway, but it's from Wheat Keys. It's super cool looking. Some people don't like metal prongs on a keycap holder, which I think is understandable. But I do think this one looks cool. When's the next desk and office tour? I've never made a desk and office tour. So it would be my first desk and office tour. Maybe someday. I don't know. I still don't feel like this, I don't feel like this apartment is my... I don't feel like this is my long-term space. But, oh, I kind of just want to put the artisans in here too. I'm still so stressed about getting a 75% endgame board. It's just nothing is better than the other. Josh, whatever you choose is going to have the best combination of things that you need. You know what I mean? That's all you got to do. Just make sure that what you get is you know, it has the most pros that work in your favor. I wouldn't stress about it too much, man. Any keyboard is super cool. Any keyboard is going to be better than, you know, than a Dell keyboard. But I totally know how you feel. That's how I feel about basically every decision I make in life. I tend to research things until there is no possible way that I can make a correct decision. That's the thing about this hobby. None of these boards are technically better than the other. Okay, GMK. Honey Base looks really good on here too, but now the... There we go. It's getting a little washed out. All right. Let's do one more sound test with GMK. Hey, what's up, Dark? Mind sharing where you got that coiled Lindy cable? Unfortunately, I can no longer recommend the vendor that I bought this cable from. However, there are a lot of people that do Lindy cables, dispatch cables. Yeah, start with dispatch cables. All right. Same build this time with GMK. See if it sounds different. You guys like the PBT fans better? Interesting. Interesting. I kind of like the GMK better. PBT fans sounds way better. X-ray was more full. Yep. Interesting. Okay. If I Well, you guys tell me, what would you prefer? So after I do builds, I always do a YouTube sound test of what we built. And in the YouTube sound test, the audio quality will come across better. It's just higher quality sound than can be transmitted over stream. Would you guys prefer for the YouTube sound test that we do GMK, or would you rather we do the PPT fans X-ray for the sound test? What sounded better? Los dos. I think maybe the X-ray, just because it's the Mod Musings board, right? We use the Mod Musings keycaps. I think it would look like a complete package in the sound test, but that's interesting. I'm kind of surprised you guys like the sound of the X-ray more. I think I like the sound of the I think I like the GMK sound better, but I definitely like the way that X-ray looks on this board better. It just looks like it was made to go on this keyboard, but maybe I'm just GMK pilled. That could definitely be the case. All right, one more look. This time with Honey Beige on it. Side profile. Pretty money. The brushed copper. Really nice looking board. If you want something that would go ideal with this board, like X-ray did, modern materials concrete is the answer. Oh, I bet that would look great. I think Honey Beige looks pretty good too, but Honey Beige always looks good to me. That's just me. All right, y'all. I think that's about it. Just a nice, quick 2.5 hour venture. Oh, let's look. Sorry, before we go, really quickly, let's look at pricing. Let's look at pricing. Encore Series 3 will come in 3 unique limited editions. X-ray, polycarbonate accent, E-white aluminum top, polycarbonate bottom. Brushed steel, polycarbonate accent, brushed silver aluminum top. Ooh, brushed silver aluminum top. Brushed silver aluminum, I can't say that. Brushed silver aluminum top is... Did I know that was an option? That's pretty insane. I really like that. This looks really cool. Brushed copper, polycarbonate accent, E-white aluminum top, brushed copper bottom. That's what we have tonight. Pricing. The X-ray, which is PCYPC, there are only 300. Oh, so this is only 75 units. That's crazy. There's only 300 units of the X-ray config, so it's the most common of all the units. It is $349. $349 chassis only. Does that mean, is the second price like without a PCB, or what are we taking out of the, what does chassis only mean? Prices are shown for kits, includes chassis. Yes, okay, sorry. Just continue reading, Tyler. Includes PCB, plate, foam, kit, fasteners, mounting blocks, starter board. Okay, so you get all this. Did I say this already? Brushed steel, only 75 units, 619. Okay, it's fairly expensive, but it's I mean, the materials are cool. Brushed copper, also only 75 units, $599 for the one that we built tonight. So it's a fairly expensive board, I will say. I also think it's a pretty unique board. I think what Mode and Matthew have done on this project is one of my favorite examples of like blending a minimal look, especially in terms of like branding. Like this is the only branding on the board is this logo. It's fantastic. They've done a great job blending minimalism with like more of an industrial vibe on the Series 3. And I do think I like it better with the polycarbonate accent versus the wood top. I think this is my favorite series thus far of the Encore. To be honest, this run is fire, but I like the previous ones more with the wood. It was too unique in my opinion. I did say that I said that earlier too. Nobody was doing wood. Nobody was doing wood on boards of this caliber when the Encore first came around. But I think you have to, I mean, you're on the third series of a board, right? I think it's cool to experiment with some other stuff. I think it would be cool if you could get both in the same series and you could swap them around if you wanted to. Hey, go back. What song was that? I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. Concrete. Here's to hoping we see a Concrete Cat and a Mode Keyboards collab in the future, and we can get a Concrete accent on the board. Okay, y'all, that is it for me. I need to go scavenge for some kind of food in my home because I didn't eat dinner, which was a mistake. But it was worth it to build this keyboard. It was very fun. I am going to raid off. Would you guys rather watch Helldivers or the Silk Song? Helldivers or the new Silk Song? It's not that easy to do wood with all the different things that can happen with it due to humidity and shit. Matthew did it flawlessly for what I know. Yeah, and the first time we built the Encore, I was very, very impressed with the fitment of the wood accent on the board. It's very cool. All right, I am going to raid into Tessa. I'm going to raid and run. Okay. Thanks again for hanging out. Please go check out the typing test for this board when I throw it up on YouTube. I'll try to get it up this weekend. I'll probably do